What's up, Sooner fans, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to Sooner Surge Double Trouble tonight. Yep, Tiz is already dropping it in the chat. Tolly Walker has announced his portal decision, and I'm sure there's going to be more after this. This is just the way college football is, Jay. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. Thank you so much for joining us here. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started, Jay.
Yeah, I see the comment here about the coaching staff. Listen, I'm not going to speculate on why Tawie's leaving. I will say this: it is kind of crazy that he was not on scholarship still. Gavin Freeman's on scholarship. He was a walk-on. Tawie's a walk-on. You would have thought he would have been on scholarship by the time the year's up, I guess. But he's going to land in a great spot. He really is. He's going to go. I don't know where he's going to end up. I would think he ended up a pretty good school. And I would not rule out Mississippi State at all. Would you?
No. I mean, he may follow Levy. Tanya, again,
appreciate it, Tanya.
Tanya, thanks so much for the super.
Thank you.
Listen, it's not underappreciated. We thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you so much. Hey, Jay, Tolly Walker, someone mentioned, is there a riff on the staff? Obviously, he sat out a game because maybe there was an argument with the staff member. We could assume and speculate. Look, he should have been on scholarship, though. There's no question about that.
But he was going to be on scholarship next year. So I think a good spot for him to go, and I would watch for this, would maybe be UNLV. They were number one in the country. Kind of from that area,
Jay.
What?
He's kind of from that area.
He's from that area. They were number one in the country in rushing touchdowns. I could see him fitting in pretty good there. And it's close to home. So
he could be a one. Tiz, he could be a one somewhere. Jay, Shelby, hearing DG is going to hit the portal. Where are you hearing that, Shelby? I wouldn't be shocked, but I think it's more NFL is where he will be going.
He was at the Thunder game tonight throwing balls into the stands.
Yeah,
I didn't see any
underthrow any or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Bigsby Jinx tomorrow night. Who you got, Jay?
Bigsby. Rolls.
Bigsby in a landslide, boys. Bigsby in a landslide.
Yeah, Coconut Greg, I agree. Power 5 school is going to jump on all of me. I think Jackson said earlier Big Ten. I don't know. I think he's going to he's got a kid, I believe. He might, it might be something where he's going closer to home. Who knows? But if you saw anybody, all the players were really congratulatory to him on Twitter today. I don't think there's any riffs or anything there. I think it's just he's going where he wants to. He wants to be in every a number one guy, period.
And honestly, next year you got Salchuk's going to be the one. You got Taylor Tatum coming in. You got Hicks and Smothers. I mean,
Barnes.
Does this also make it to where Javonte Barnes is not going to leave?
I don't know about Barnes. I mean, I don't know about any other running back.
He was one I thought about. Yeah, Jason Llewellyn portal,
not a shot.
Graham portal. Jay, who else is going to enter the portal?
Dude, I'm not a guy to speculate. I can't tell you. I'm not going to say who I think would. I would have said Jason Llewellyn was going to because of just some off the field stuff. Yeah, the tweet and stuff earlier this year, and he just hasn't gotten on the field, dude. I mean, I don't think any college football player these days, if you're at a good school and you're not playing after 2 years, there's a good chance you might leave. Right? Am I wrong with that?
No, you're right. Uncle Charlie has the best attitude about this with Ty. Appreciate what he did as a Sooner because he did save our behinds several times. And best of luck to Tolly Walker in his future. I hope he's in the NFL someday.
Hey, what's Jackson talking about? What makes no sense, Coconut Greg or Jackson? What do you? I'm confused there. Yes, Chester, you're right. Please, that really helps. If you exit, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Get out there to other viewers. Nobody really important will enter the portal, Brian says. I think Tallwee's pretty important.
Jay, what Jackson was saying is
he saying something nobody else?
DG being at the Thunder game.
What about it?
Coconut Greg was saying maybe he doesn't care too much about the bowl game.
I think they all get this week off.
They are, yeah. And Brian, I'm not so sure, Jay.
On what?
I think someone important could enter the portal.
Position-wise?
Yes.
Position? What position?
I don't like to just say a name, but one of the receivers likely could leave.
Well, you got a couple of guys that haven't really played much in J.J. Hester and L.B. Buck and Shelton.
Yeah, I'm not talking about either one of those.
You're talking about somebody higher up on the depth chart, huh?
Yes,
Really?
I am.
This just you spitting stuff out, isn't it?
It is me spitting stuff out, but we're so deep, as Uncle Charlie says, we're so deep at receivers, and there's the name I was going to say, but I let Brian say it first because I didn't want to say it first. But
yeah,
Farouk is a guy that
I think Stutzman is coming back.
Yeah, I do too. Nick Anderson will be here. He's a Sooner. Hey, he's not leaving.
Didn't this confirm today with Llewellyn entering the portal? You have to go get a tight end. Do you not?
You need to get a tight end out of the portal.
And you got to get an O-lineman. Do you think Rain comes back? Do you think Rain comes back?
I don't know. He was all Big 12, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
He'll probably test the waters as far as where he go drafted. What do you think? 4th round for Rain or not even that high?
I don't know. I don't know.
O-line and D tackle, Craig from ATL says.
Correct.
O-line and D tackle. Good to have you on here again. Craig from ATL and Infinite.
Y'all got to keep us updated. Y'all got to keep us updated on the Cowboys tonight.
Bland just picked off a ball.
For Seattle?
What?
I didn't
Bland?
hear you. Oh, you said Bland. I didn't hear what you said.
Bland is unreal, Jay.
What's the score, though?
28-27.
Hey,
so 405 boy brings up this point about playing in the bowl game. Last year, we know for a fact, BV was, not for anyone really sitting out. And,
you mean opting out?
Opting out. And I look for that to be the same this time, don't you? Now, Jackson's throwing an NC State guy in there.
Yeah, that name's been thrown out there by a lot of OU people. And, it's one to keep an eye on for sure. Especially from the ACC.
Yeah, DK Metcalf's had over 100 yards receiving on 3 balls.
Yeah, he's had a good game. And Dallas is playing a winning team. Usually when they play a team with a winning record, they don't win. So
I don't think Andrew Rain should go to the draft either. I think he needs another year. But if he has another year, he could be, elite. I just don't.
Hey, yeah, I heard
Trace Ford, Jay.
Shelby, I heard Trace Ford today on the Sports Animal this morning. He's on every Thursday. He says he hasn't made a decision yet. So, but he could very well be back. That's
I'm going to say it right now. It is November 30th, about 9:37. If Trace Ford is the starting defensive end next year, I got a problem with it. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong, viewers? Is that bad of me to say?
Yeah, Craig says Andrew Rain's 4th to 6th rounder.
Shelby laughs.
I think she's laughing. She probably agrees. I don't know though. Or he.
Trace Ford, no, he cannot. Oh, I'm wrong. Mark says I'm wrong.
Mark says you're wrong.
You think Trace Ford should be the starting defensive end next year? I think everyone's agreeing with me. I think Mark thinks Trace Ford should be the starter. Who would you have at the end starters, Jay?
I can't predict next year. I don't even know who's going to be there, Jeremy.
Right now, who would be the starters?
Right now?
Downs and PJ.
Yeah, here's the thing about PJ.
Mark's saying on another team.
I don't know if they think – listen, I don't know if they think PJ in the run game. Ford or Bothroyd were good in the run game. Were they not?
Oh, they in the run game, yeah. But Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks for the super, Brian. You've been a loyal follower of Sooner Surge for a long time that we've been doing these lives. I thank you so much,
Thanks, Brian. Merry Christmas to you too, man.
I just don't think that Ford should be the guy.
They're going to play so many guys. I just don't think PJ got enough reps. I don't think he got enough reps. I don't think it really matters who starts. Do you?
No, probably not. As Tiz says, PJ's going to be a monster. Going to be a monster. And the run defense, the second half of the year was sus at best.
I think that was due to the linebackers.
It was sus at best.
Due to the linebackers, though.
Look, if you can't get excited. Look, I kind of wore you see what I got on tonight, Jay?
Yeah, you look like you're going lumberjack or something, start chopping down a tree.
Maybe it's my Seth Luttrell look.
Oh, okay. Do you got some dip in?
No, hey, him, Beatembo, and Schmitty, that's some physicality there.
Are you talking about PJ? They did not. He played more than that. I don't know if that's who you're talking about, Tiz, or not. That's me, Ron, Arkansas. What's up? How about them Hogs last night? They beat Duke. OU, Arkansas in a week and a half is going to be a great matchup in Tulsa in basketball. OU looked really good tonight in McCausland Fieldhouse. Loved it. It was a student game. This OU basketball team, guys, Porter Moser's got him a good team. Talk about Portland. Talk about a guy that went to the portal and changed his team. Porter Moser went Portland.
Hey, I have to say I was against the McCausland-only students. They set a record for students at a game at 3,000 and something. And I tell you what, this team, if they're not playing it late into March or at least mid-March, there's a problem. Otega away is way better than I thought he would be this year. I knew he was athletic. But, yeah, I'll be at that game against Arkansas. Hey, if you're going to the OU Arkansas game at the BOK, let's find each other. Let's maybe get lunch before. Yeah. If anyone's up for that,
hey,
we're up for it.
Ron, Arkansas high school football, you got powerhouses over here. I would say it's not – in Oklahoma, you got more depth probably, but like for the championship here in 7A, it's Bentonville versus Fayetteville. Bentonville beat Bryant. Bryant's been just a machine over out of Little Rock. And this year it's Bentonville, Fayetteville. Fayetteville's got a stud quarterback. Bentonville's really good. It should be a good game tomorrow night. The crowds aren't as good as like Jinx Bigsby, though. It's not as good, I don't think.
Hey, I agree. If the D-line can't get penetration on run defense, we're in trouble. And they were early. We were getting losses. And what's crazy about all this, guys, is how great is the penetration on short yardage. It's amazing.
Yeah, Chester says Thomas and PJ. I was kind of disappointed in Thomas this year.
Until the end.
He was injured. That's part of it. But
yeah. Dallas did not kick a field goal, Jay. Dallas did not kick a field goal to take the lead. They went for it on 4th and 2, and CD had a drop.
I think Fayetteville or Bentonville could hang with Bigsby. I don't know if they'd win.
No way.
Have you watched Bentonville, Fayetteville?
CD just dropped it.
Jeremy.
Hey, Carnivore, December 9th, OU Arkansas. That is correct. We're not for Arkansas. Jason lives in Arkansas. He doesn't like the Razorbacks.
I root for the Razorbacks when they're playing other teams. I would not root for Arkansas against OU. No way.
He just moved to Arkansas last year. Yeah, Thomas.
3 years ago. Wake up.
Oh,
I know you missed me.
Been that long since
3 years.
Me, huh?
I know you missed me.
Been that long since you left me. Hey, This offseason, yeah, I mean, you look at the lineup they're going to have on offense. You look at maybe the Levy leaving and the new fresh guys on offense. Maybe, they're going to have a huge – and you got the SEC excitement. I mean, this is going to be an exciting offseason for sure. The games that they're going to have at Palace on the Prairie is going to be exciting. But one thing you got to keep an eye on is, in my opinion, I'm going to say it, Jay. I don't want to get land-based on here. The loyalty at some point's got to stop.
And go into more specifics.
The loyalty by the coaching staff sometimes is a bit much. And that's the Stoops tree.
What are you talking about, though? Like, give me
that was Bob Stoops' weakness if he had one at all.
But give me a specific this year. You're saying the loyalty.
The loyalty and some of the older guys playing more.
They played. Did you see the tweets going out today? They played more freshmen than any other top teams.
You're right. And they didn't play them enough, and that's right, too. That's right.
I agree.
Jay, let's just throw 5 names who should have played more that were young. I'm going to go with some. PJ Adebore, for sure. I won't throw Bowen into this conversation because he was hurt a lot of the year. Okay, so you got PJ. Grayson Halton should have played more.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely should have played more. Gibson should have played more early in the year. Right?
Yeah.
Key Lawrence should have played less. RSJ should have played more.
RSJ looked pretty good. To me, there's a couple that are just obvious, like Gibson.
Petaway. Craig, Petaway should have played more.
Okay, but Jeremy, who's that on? Gibson and Petaway not playing. Who's that on? Is that on Emmett Jones?
But Jay,
Who's that
Granite
on?
Guy, while I am preaching about this, I do agree with Granite Guy. You can't play them all equally. This isn't sixth grade Pee Wee football either. I get that.
So what are you saying? You're spitting out both sides of your mouth,
like
man.
the other guys to have played a little more is all I'm saying.
You're speaking out both sides of your mouth right now.
CeeDee Lamb drops a 4th and 2 in his hands, and their guy lays out and catches one. CeeDee Lamb gets too many.
Dallas, Dak Prescott cannot beat teams
okay,
with winning records.
I'm done. I'm going to get off the live here. I'm going to go watch the game because I cannot stand how you do this, Jay. It's annoying. Dak Prescott has been great tonight.
He's been good. I compared him a lot.
I don't think Gilliam's ever going to be a factor.
Who? Yeah, definitely. CMB's right. Definitely should have played Gibson more. Kelvin Gilliam, I don't know about him. He doesn't seem like he's getting on the field very much. And every year you kind of hear about it in the offseason that he might, and then the season goes and you don't. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, they don't have anyone else.
No, they don't. But even Ollie Gordon wasn't playing early in the year, so.
Yeah, and the reputation at a crossroads, you could say that. The fact that we're going to the SEC, that's going to change. I think if Gilliam went to the portal, so be it. Yeah, Desmond Ritter is awful. And Jay thinks Romo was way better than Dak Prescott, which is
Romo was better than Dak.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he is.
Big 12 championship, James. Who you got, Jay?
I heard this today on the Sports Channel. They did a poll. They could not believe that most people were picking Texas, as OU fans were rooting for Texas.
I'm rooting for Texas.
I'm rooting for Texas.
Absolutely.
And what's your reasoning?
What a horrible Dallas going to be down 35-27.
What's your reasoning?
They're going to the SEC, and I don't want OSU to win a Big 12 championship.
I would agree.
And it helps OU maybe in the New Year 6. I don't know.
Possibly. We'll see. I mean,
I can't get excited about OU Arizona.
Can you get excited about any Alamo Bowl matchup, though?
No, not unless it was Washington.
USC.
OU Washington, I would.
That's not Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, hey, what about the secondary, Jay? It's the zone coverage they play.
What about it?
Shelby says, I feel like everyone can pass all over us. It got to that point. Well, it's a combo, guys. It's a combo because if you don't get pressure, you're not covering. No one's covering anyone for very long.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Jimmy's rooting for Texas to lose to the Pokes. Interesting. Hey, so any names out there in the portal?
Arizona's really good, Miguel. I'm just not excited about the matchup.
Jeremy, any name in the portal?
I haven't looked at a lot. I know you brought a guy up today, Jay.
The guy from Harvard?
Thor Griffith.
Thor, man. What a name.
Thor. Bring the hammer.
You watch any of his film?
I did. You got to get some pass rush. It's amazing how much better your corners look when you can get a little bit of rush. We do need Gentry healthy. If it's OU Iowa, and OU allows double digits, they should fire everybody.
Oh,
fire the entire staff if Iowa gets double digits.
Iowa will throw all over OU probably.
Oh, wow, Jay. Raleigh Brown, Jay.
Listen, you have with Tawee leaving. That was a question I saw a lot tonight. Is does OU now go get a portal running back? What do you think? Do they?
No.
You don't think they do?
No.
Okay.
I don't. But Jay, what about this?
Viewers. Do you think they go get a running back?
Someone asked earlier. Someone told me to preach about the loyalty thing. Here's another one. Deshaun McCullough was a young guy. He didn't play as much as he should have. I don't want to hear he was hurt. I don't want to hear he was hurt.
He was banged up.
Don't want to hear it. DG was banged up. They played him.
Who?
DG.
Yeah, you need O-line, D-line. I agree, Rob. I'm with you on that. I think they're pretty deep in the running back room, but we say that, but they struggled at running back this year. They couldn't even find out who was going to play.
Go look at their last 5 game stats.
Yeah, I saw check once they decided.
Guys, if you're noticing, we missed Hunter tonight. He was at the OU basketball game at McCaslin. So we don't have anyone looking up our stats. We're trying to run the comments, but We're still rolling with it. Appreciate you all being on here.
Marcus Major, he's gone.
He may not, Jay. He may just stick around.
What? No,
He may be a fullback in the new offense.
Now, I could see that.
Okay. Hey, Jackson, for a second, though. Look, I know you bashed Porter last year, son.
How can you not like Porter Moser?
I was highly questioning about him.
You said he should have been fired last year.
If you think Tanner Groves is it, you should be fired.
I said he wasn't it, and that's why they were struggling.
Porter thought he was it.
Porter went and got him, and he didn't pan out.
He thought he was going to be it, Jay. It was bad judging talent.
That does not mean Porter's a bad coach.
No, he was a bad recruiter.
One guy.
He had a bad style of offense. He changed his offense, Jay.
He got better players, Jeremy.
And changed his offense. Well, hey, Major's eligibility is not up.
Yeah, he's got another year.
Another year, Brian.
Yeah.
He has another year if he wants it, as Dal Poa says. I'd keep him if he'll stay. DJ Metcalf, another TD. Embarrassing, Dallas. Embarrassing.
Oh, what is this? Double trouble versus two plane. What are you saying? What are you saying, Break It Nail?
Is this, hey, are we going to drop a poll? Which one you guys like better or what?
Well, I'd hope if they're on this one.
I would hope if you're on this live, you would say us, but do you go to Two Plane Sports on their live and say that they're better? I don't know. I don't get on Two Plane Sports. Do you, Jay?
No, I know of them, but I don't watch a whole lot, no. Yeah, he did walk in a dumpster fire. That's for sure.
Jackson says Two Plane is whack.
I don't know.
I don't follow much other. I'm too busy. Right now, I'm daddy daycare.
That's right,
my wife's still out of town. She gets back tomorrow, and the boys are up right now, roaming the house, probably on devices, and it's almost 9:45 on a school night. But that's how you roll here. Get some cereal in them, and let's get to tomorrow till the wife gets back.
Appreciate that, Granite Guy and Infidel. Hey, Jeremy, have you seen the Hallmark movie Holiday Road?
Wait, is that a new one this year?
Yeah, it's getting really good reviews. I didn't know if you'd seen it.
Have not seen it yet. If anyone's a Lincoln Riley supporter, I don't know what to say. And I want to say thanks to you guys for supporting us. Appreciate it. But Double Trouble's on fire. Thank you so much. Lindsey Buckingham song.
What? Huh? Sooner fan, what are you talking about, bro?
Hey, Father Knows Best was a great show, Jay.
Hey, what do you think about this comment by Coconut Gray? Do we need another safety or corner?
In my opinion, Holiday Road is a song maybe, they're saying. Hey, in my opinion, I always take safeties or corners if they're out there.
Yeah.
Always take them.
And someone said right here, they're the one that makes this what it is. Wouldn't be anything without y'all, so appreciate it for sure.
Hey, y'all versus us versus Two Plane on trivia. I think I like my chances, Jay.
Oh, yeah. I can get to go some.
Hey, someone said Father Knows Best. It was a great show. Speaking of father, did get to see my dad tonight at the rehab center. Walked 112 steps today. He's exhausted, but Gray Al, that's our nickname for Dad. Gray Al, he's fighting.
Hey, we haven't discussed this, but I know this is probably going to tick a lot of people off, but I'm one of those.
Don't say it.
What? Elf.
Whatever.
Elf is overrated. Elf is overrated. Hey.
Oh, wow. Elf is awesome.
It's overrated. Hey, Harrington is coming back, I think. Don't you? I don't see a way he doesn't come back. I think he's.
Yeah, and
he seems really body
overrated. Christmas Story's overrated. Hey, Harrington, it hurt. It hurt losing Harrington, guys. We didn't talk about it enough. I mean, Home Alone, Jay, it's one of the best. It's one of the best. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate that.
Home Alone's the best.
Sooner fan, I absolutely cannot stand. CeeDee Lamb just dropped another one. A deep ball. I cannot stand Stephen A.
Okay,
after Dallas loses.
Jeremy, you saying CeeDee dropped it is probably overthrown by Dak. I bet you.
If anyone's watching the game, they saw the 4th and 2 is right in his hands.
But you are
say hello to my little friend.
What?
Say hello to my little friend. Christmas vacation's great.
What are you doing? What?
So Mark said, say hello to my little friend.
Oh.
I was trying to do the Justin Harrington was good, man. We need him. Thanks, Dalpois. Jay, they're wanting to
Jack
kill you, man.
Frost. Jack Frost is great.
Jack Frost is awful.
Maybe the trivia tonight
CD
should be
didn't
a
drop
Christmas
this one.
movie.
This one was a little bit, he got interfered and stuff, not a drop, but
Please tell me you don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
it's absolutely not a Christmas movie. Is there a guy in flannel? It's not a Christmas
I agree with you.
There's not a guy in flannel. Oh, my goodness. The play that Dak Prescott just made was something I haven't
Bad
seen in years.
Santa, not a fan. Not a fan.
Bad Santa's too vulgar, guys. Jay, do you have a trivia question?
I think it needs to be a
Should we go
trivia
OU
question about.
basketball?
Tiz says it is a Christmas movie. I think it should be a Christmas movie trivia.
No, Die Hard is, not Die Hard.
Never heard of Die Hard. I think you typo, dude. Hey,
Dak was Houdini just now, Jay.
Four Christmases.
Hey,
that's pretty
let's
good.
get the trivia going, and then let's get talking on some OU football again. Four Christmas is good. Reese Witherspoon. I love me some Vince Vaughn.
All right, I'm going to
Vince
quote.
Vaughn is great.
I'm going to quote a Christmas movie. Whoever can get it first gets the trivia for tonight. It's a
Wait, before you do, Jay, I gotta look. Donnie Smith.
All right, here we go. Here's
that?
the trivia.
Know what I mean,
Here's-
Vern? Hey,
here's the
Jason's
trivia.
middle name is Vern. It is.
Here's the trivia. If Jeremy would stop talking, which is very hard sometimes. The quote is air brakes. Pretty simple. That's it. That's all I'm going to give you. Do you know it, Jeremy?
Ernest P. Worrell, Shelby says.
Yeah, but what is the movie? Come on. Air brakes.
I know it.
I know you know it.
White Christmas. Don't call me too young. I am 46 years old. Sooner fan got it.
Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Ernest
Hey,
Saves
have you ever seen Jeremy? Honest, I want you to answer this truthfully. White Christmas, have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I love it.
You watched it?
I love me some Danny Kaye.
Okay, I'm surprised.
I love me some Danny Kaye, man. I'm a Hallmark guy. White Christmas was Hallmark before Hallmark was Hallmark. And I like Holiday Inn too. You like Holiday Inn, Jay?
It's a good one. Do you have the Hallmark channel?
Oh, yeah. We got Hallmark movie, Hallmark mystery. We got Hallmark cereal. Whatever you got, we got Hallmark. Hey, let's talk about we talked about Portal, Jay. At what point are we going to hear from Seth Luttrell?
I would think probably I would think after the bowl game's announced, you'll get some media stuff. So I don't know about him, but I would think right?
You don't have to apologize, David. I was just getting fired up. Hey, Jay, I think you got to hear from Seth Luttrell, Joe John Finley, and BV. I think they got to let them speak to the media so everyone kind of get a feel for them, don't you?
I don't think it's about people getting a feel for them. What's that do to anything? Just so you can hear them talk?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be next week when you hear it because they're going to have to talk about. Because they'll do it probably the week before the game. They'll have their normal press conferences, but BV stopped that with the coordinator, so I don't know. I tell you a guy I would like to get. I tell you a guy that's out there that just got let go today, mutual decision, and that's.
I know what you're going to say. Viewers, listen to Jay on this one.
Okay, Ted Roof. We all know his contract's up coming up in January. Whether or not he comes back, I don't know. But if he does decide to retire or whatever. Lemansky Hall from Clemson mutually left Clemson. Him and Dabo parted ways. He's been the defensive ends coach since 2018 there. He played linebacker in the NFL. I would love to have him on the staff at OU. I mean, he's got connections with all them. He knows BB's defense already if he was there in 2015 as an analyst. Lemansky Hall, I would think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah, and Craig, asking who's coaching the quarterbacks. Lori, you're right. It is going to be Seth Luttrell. He has had some experience there.
Jackson, he can be an analyst for sure. He's not going to go from a defensive line coach to an analyst.
No.
And I don't know about –
yeah, Ron, Jay is saying
what if you promote Todd Bates and then move him to defensive line?
Mark doesn't want Clemson West, and I actually agree with him.
Who?
Do you want Clemson West?
Those are some
Infidel
good
says
coaches.
bring Hall in yesterday.
This guy played linebacker at Alabama. He's a stud. I'm just saying.
I agree. A lot of people are for it on here.
Hey, what did you think about that basketball game tonight, Kay? I know you're a big basketball guy. Yeah, Tolby Walker gone. We talked about it earlier. Listen,
Hey,
were you shocked?
Infidel. No, I wasn't shocked at all. I thought Barnes might be the one to leave over Ty, but I mean, he's not on scholarship. He may go back home, play with Brendan Marion's offense. They run that double running back scheme. You know, that would be a good fit for him in the go-go offense. Hey, Infidel, look, you know, Jay and I, we're not here to sunshine pump anything. The ends, you have to question Miguel Chavis in coaching. The development was bad. Bob Throyd was better at Wake Forest. He was.
Yeah, and Tallwee, Mark mentions it, NIL. Tallwee's a guy that NIL would do really good for him. I know he's got a kid. I know who knows about NFL for him, but he needs to go somewhere where he's going to get a chance to play a lot more than he was playing at Oklahoma. He's a good running back, and he needs to go somewhere to play. Infidel says,
yeah, Infidel was spot on. That's not a hot take. It's the take.
What is?
Okay, it's like the fact that the ends doesn't seem like they're developed.
Hey, what do you mean he's not getting any NIL? He's going to get an NIL if he goes to a Power 5 school, I promise you.
He got NIL this year.
Huh?
Hey, the real Clem Curry. Is it the real Slim Curry or Clem Curry? Remember Calvin Curry? Calvin Curry was so good at basketball, three-point shooter. Hey,
yeah, he did get sloppy.
Think Stutzman is back. I think Stutzman's back. And look, a guy that didn't get much run this year at all at linebacker, but played a lot of special teams and was always in on plays is Lewis Carter, guys.
Yeah, Lewis Carter's a guy that can make.
Going to be special.
Jackson, you're a Minnesota Viking fan. You're just bitter, dude. Hey, do you listen? But I want to address this. Bastiat here. Do you think that would have ever happened at OU, where he will just give it up and say, "I'm not coaching the defense"?
I agree, lays the wood. I only think that he's going to be able to do that, Jay, if he totally trusts who it is. If Bob Stoops was calling the defense, he might. There's not many guys that think BB trusts to just run the defense. I could be wrong on that.
The thing that Bob Stoops had was he had his brother Mike, that they could pretty much tell each other whatever they wanted.
Would have Mike Stoops be a DC?
No.
What is the relationship between BB and Mike, I wonder?
I've always wondered that.
I've wondered that, guy. Viewers, what do you think on that? Like, we never really got to hear that, but it's always been something that's on my mind.
I would say it's pretty good because Bob and Brent are so close. I think it's still.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Shelby asked about Miguel Chavis here.
Here's what I know. Miguel Chavis is an elite recruiter. He's a young coach, Jay. I don't know. Look, every coach, as they grow older and are in the system more, get better at coaching and how to, get the most from the players. I'm not going to ever question Miguel's.
But how do you say?
Wait, no, I'm not going to question Miguel's relationship building and recruiting. I can question, as Infidel said, his development of players.
Okay, but Jeremy, how do you say not developing defensive ends, but Ethan Downs has gotten better every year under Miguel Chavis?
Ethan Downs got bigger.
Ethan Downs got better.
Because he got bigger.
No.
Yes.
Hey, Jackson, I heard this today as a possibility. If I know we all do not like Lincoln Riley, but if they get Jim Leonard to be their DC, Lincoln could be onto something there and have a really good team. I don't want it to happen, but they were supposed to. It was weird because they thought they had the Nebraska DC, and then something happened there, and now they're saying it could be Leonard, which is wild.
Hey, what's the news on Matt Rule? Was there something that happened with Matt Rule? I got it.
He talked about the NIL, basically on the portal quarterback. Everybody's paying $1.5 million to $2 million to get a quarterback. Have you seen how many quarterbacks are in the portal? It's wild.
It's crazy how many, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You don't listen. You earlier about Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel could get paid really good money to go NIL transfer somewhere. Right?
Agreed.
Would he get paid more to go to college for another year or NFL? Do you think he has a better chance of making more in college?
He would probably get more to go NFL, but hey, yeah,
You think
DJ,
he'll be drafted that high?
I like Sooner fans' comment here. DJ Ukulele.
I don't know. I think he's going to go the highest bidder. Oregon's a possibility too. That'd be wild. More. I agree, Mark. I agree with you on that. More in college. So does Clem Curry. More in college.
Wow.
He's up for the Manning Award. I mean, he's up for all these awards. If he says I'm transferring out of Oklahoma, there will be so many people going after Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I agree, Jay. I would be flabbergasted, Jay, if Stutzman's not a Sooner.
Hey, Damon. I thought
Damon
about this
Tipton. Too. That's good, Damon.
Damon, I thought about the same thing. Another team I've thought about, Hawaii. They don't probably have that much NIL, but I think he would love to play it in his home state for sure.
Yeah, DJ's already in the portal, guys. Hey, Infidel.
That's a good point, Infidel.
Hey, dude, Infidel's on fire tonight. Infidel, you're right. There is, I mean, that's it. It's the only probably good thing about the NIL.
Let me ask you this. Viewers too. Here's Philip's comment. We have 25 commits coming in next year. We know the limit thing's it's not a thing anymore. But so far, you got DJ Graham, Jason Llewellyn, Tawee Walker. Are all those portals or any of those processed out?
You don't think Tawee's a portal?
I'm asking you, were they portals or were they processed out?
Explain what you mean by processed out.
Basically, you're not going to be playing here next year. You might as well. Kind of like David Agwebu, maybe.
Who would you say that would be on? Tawee?
No.
Infidel says processed.
I think a guy like Llewellyn processed, maybe.
For sure. Llewellyn was probably told you ain't coming back after that tweet during a game.
I'm just throwing it out there. Do you think that's a possibility that's what's going to happen over the next few weeks? Is a lot of these transfer portals,
I call it a weeding out process.
I'm not talking just Oklahoma. I'm talking about all over the country. People are weeding out, processing.
Most people think process, Jay. Mean Takaya Parson. Maybe they're saying Micah Parsons. Is this the Babylon game? Babel, where you?
Harrington did. What's he saying Harrington did on that? What's that one? Break it, Neil.
Wow.
And this is true. They did it last year, Coconut Greg. They trimmed some fat off last year. Probably going to see the same thing this year. And I don't know who the rift was between. We did hear there was a coach and him got into it. That's why he got suspended earlier in the year. Who knows? And I'm not one to speculate on that. And Helms' injury, Sooner fans, it's a knee injury, I believe. And he's been out all year with the surgery and everything. But and that's true. He's not on scholarship. So maybe they said you're not going to be on scholarship next year, which would be wild to me. I don't know how. Listen, I like Gavin Freeman, but I don't know how Gavin Freeman could be on scholarship and not Tawee Walker. I mean, they were both walk-ons at the same time, were they not? Walker was a big contributor this year. I was kind of surprised he was not on scholarship yet. But were you all surprised that he wasn't on scholarship? I was surprised. Hey, great question, Mark. I've heard some rumors about this. Listen, they're not going to – Manning and Murphy are not both staying there. There's no chance. Do you think Manning leaves?
He's not sitting another year. No chance, Jay. Dallas gets a stop on 4th and 1. Wow.
What's the score on that game?
35-30. Dallas got a touchdown, and they've only had to get the ball twice the whole half.
I was surprised, too. Hey, how much time's left?
6 minutes.
Dak's got to make a game-winning drive.
Dak's been great tonight, though.
He's got to do it when it counts here.
Well, other guys got to help him out, Jay.
Harrington did enter the portal.
So did Theo Weiss the year he came back.
Yeah, he did the same thing. There's been people do it. That doesn't mean you're true. That's true. That's a good point. That doesn't mean they're for sure gone.
Sooner fan, you're talking about Brennan Thompson, and Brennan Thompson should have played more. At least if you're going to run jet sweeps, let's play Brennan Thompson more. Okay? I mean, come on, guys.
Shelby says $6 million.
I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy, but I'm running jet sweeps to maybe one of the guy who's supposedly as fast as Tyreek Hill. I think he's getting the ball.
$6 million to Ohio State. Would you take it if you were Manning?
Come on, Jay. That's a dumb question. You're asking a school teacher if I would take $6 million to Ohio State.
No.
I take 60,000. I take 6,000.
6,000. Hey, I'm saying like Texas. He's getting pretty good pay at Texas, is he not?
Oh, I'm sure he is, Jay. Hey, do you think Brennan? I'm here for the Arnold to Brennan Thompson connection because Arnold's not underthrowing anyone next year.
Yeah, you're right.
How far can Arnold throw it? That's what we're going to find out next year.
Oh, he can throw it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Brian. Brian, again, thank you for the super earlier too. And that's a great question to kind of spend our last 4 or 5 minutes on, Jay, or longer if we go longer tonight. I don't know, see how we're feeling, but Brian, you think there's going to be changes? One change I expect, Jay, is I do expect the young guys to get more run. And the other thing is I expect to use the tight end more, even in this amount of time period. Tight end and halfback.
And break it in LTV. How about Andy Bass at halfback, fullback?
As a true freshman, though?
No, I'm just saying eventually. I could see him playing.
Eventually, I agree, but also you got Xavier Robinson.
All right, you're rooting for OSU, Roquan. I cannot find
Jay.
myself.
That's Raekwon. That's Raekwon.
I cannot find. My eyes are bad. I cannot find myself to pull for OSU. I can't do it. It's not.
No, I'm going for Texas.
And Jeremy, I actually root for OSU when they're not playing OU.
Don't even.
I do.
Don't even start this.
I got family from OSU. I usually root for them.
No orange teams, not even Syracuse. I tell you, hey, one of the most hated teams in basketball growing up, Jay, was Jim Boeheim at Syracuse. I'm going to go off the soapbox for a minute.
All right.
I am so sick of the good old boy network in basketball.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm sick of the Rick Pitino's, the
Bill
John
Self.
Calipari's, the Jim Boeheims, the Bill Selfs that do all this wrong stuff and don't get in trouble. I'm sick of the good old boy networks.
Oh, you know what they do? They just get more money to go to another school and coach while their old school gets on probation.
Exactly.
And then Kansas never gets in trouble in basketball. And we know Bill Self's done some things. So
how about you can't
Did you
tie.
see Caden
you
Green
can't even
today?
tie in the Big 12 championship game.
Did you see Caden Green today on Twitter?
What did he do?
I was kind of shocked.
What did he do?
He doesn't seem like that type of guy, but
what did he do, Jay?
Somebody put both colors of orange up there. And which color do you like best? And he goes, they both make me vomit. Like he commented on it.
Wow.
I love Caden Green. He's gonna be a monster. He is.
Mark said the good old boy network is the SEC. You're kind of right there. Everyone loves it. Heather asked something here. What's worse, Oklahoma State or Texas fans? Heather lives in Austin, so you deal with the Texas fans. I think OSU fans are worse because all they care about is OU losing. That's it.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with you, Jeremy. I think Texas on a national scale, they always think they're better than they are. But OSU fans, if you lose to OSU, it's awful. I mean,
Pitiful. Clark
top
may
4
have
after
the
this
best
weekend.
answer,
Jeremy,
but
who you got
hopefully
top
it doesn't
4?
happen. What?
Who you got top 4 for this weekend?
Well, that depends. I mean, I'm going to say Michigan.
I'm asking you. It depends on.
I'm going to say Michigan, Georgia, Texas, and Florida State.
Wow. You're picking Texas, so you would take Texas over Oregon.
How you like them apples?
All right. So
yeah.
You think Texas gets in
That's
over Oregon?
That's probably a bad take, but
Texas gets in over Oregon?
No, I can't really say that. I don't know, Jay, man. That's tough. Oh, wow, Brian. Wow.
What?
Uncle Charlie says Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, Texas, Bama. Georgia gets left out. Did you see the SEC, like Saban and all them already preparing? You can't leave the SEC out. It's a tragedy.
It's not in the portal. Hey,
no one's in the portal. No.
Hey, listen.
DG is not in the portal, guys.
Hey, Jeremy.
What?
Is there any chance the SEC gets left out?
No, zero chance.
I agree. Zero chance.
I'll come on here shirtless on Saturday night Sunday when it's announced. If the SEC gets left out, I won't have a shirt on. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so listen, if they don't get left out, say Alabama wins, is it guaranteed if Alabama gets in, Texas gets in?
Paul Feinbaum doesn't think so, and neither does the other one.
Yeah, but
Teddy Lehman does make excuses. So does Gabe Eichert sometimes.
It's different, though.
They work for the university.
I mean, it's a little different when you work. I mean, I don't. Only if what does Mark say here? Only if Washington beats Oregon and Alabama beats Georgia, then the SEC out. He's saying it would be Washington, Michigan, Florida State, and Texas. Is that what you're saying? They would take Alabama. Jay. Texas would get screwed. Actually, Florida State's going to get screwed in that. I don't think an undefeated team should get left out. Florida State will get left out in that scenario. Promise you. Probably,
guys. Hey, I do love Teddy Lehman. Teddy Lehman, number 11 for OU, though, he was fun to watch. Was he not, Jay?
Oh, and Teddy knows ball, man. Teddy, listen to him on the breakdown.
Dak just threw a dot to Ferguson for a TD. Dot!
Wow.
Dot, Dak.
Dak's the real deal this year. MVP, dude.
They're going to go for 2 to try to go up 3. They're going to lose this game.
I agree, Sooner fan. Oregon wins tomorrow, and I think they win going away by double digits. 10 points.
Jay, I like Teddy a lot. I like Teddy better than Gabe Eichert, but I think it's because I grew up watching Teddy and Calmus so many times.
Jeremy, you ran family out of our house watching watch parties because you remember that?
Because I love Teddy Lehman so much.
Yeah.
I love Teddy Lehman.
Okay, hey, Shelby.
I think Teddy Lehman would have been an unbelievable fullback too. You know how fast he was, Jay?
Yeah, he's super fast.
Dallas gets the 2-point conversion. Dallas gets the 2-point conversion. They're up 3. Hey Ron, Jeremy, you're right. Jaren Kanak is like Teddy Lehman.
Hey, Shelby asked, she doesn't think Florida State gets left out undefeated. Do you?
No chance.
You don't think there's any chance?
I'll go shirtless if Florida State gets left out.
Okay, so if Alabama beats Georgia, Washington wins, Michigan wins, and Florida State wins, is Texas left out?
If and buts were candies and nuts, there's an old adage. I don't know the rest of it.
Answer the question.
Say it again.
Alabama wins. Michigan wins. Washington wins. Florida State wins. Texas wins.
I'm going to say it right now. Texas gets left out.
Wow. They beat Alabama. They're only lost.
Texas resume isn't great. Infidel agrees with me. Texas's resume isn't good.
I don't think they would take Florida State. I just
don't. Teddy was unbelievable at Fort Gibson.
Hey, everybody's saying Texas is out, but Texas now.
Thank you.
No, but listen, Texas is part of the SEC now. They're going to consider that almost like an SEC team when they're
left out. Jay, we'll see on this weekend. Hey, Teddy Lehman was amazing at Fort Gibson. I agree. Jay, someone asked why he doesn't help coach. It's been a thought of mine if he would ever get on staff.
Agree, Mark. We'll go. We'll agree on this one. There's no way they beat Alabama. Bama would be like the number 2 team.
Jay, Florida State beat LSU, top 10 Louisville, who was top 10.
Okay, but
Clemson, and they did all this at the end with a backup quarterback. You got to reward them.
Okay, but are they going to take the 4 best teams or the 4 most deserving?
They're going to take. I hate to say it, they're going to take the deserving on Florida State.
Then that's got to be
Florida
Texas.
State's not the best, but
Texas got to go.
The computer should still have a say. That's what I hate about this.
To me,
the computers weren't all wrong.
If you're
Right
gonna
now,
lose,
you know what they should do right now, Jay, and I'm dead serious. AI.
AI.
You say, here's the formula, here's everyone's resume. Who goes? AI would get it spot
Do you know
on.
what AI is?
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I mean,
I
let's just
deal
give
with
them.
it daily with students trying to cheat, Jay.
Maybe we should do Chat GPT on here, and we don't even have to be on here. We can just have somebody out here be somebody talking.
Shelby, the deal with Kinnick is he struggled a little bit, but I think they need to move him to end.
Yo, Hunter has to be 4 best. What would the 4 best be in that scenario, Hunter? Tell me. I've had this argument with you, Hunter, many a time about this Florida State deal. Florida State should get in. They will not. They should. They will not in that scenario. And I agree with Mark. Texas should go over Bama in that scenario, but they won't. It's not about that.
AI was a massive mistake, and it's tough in the education world, let me tell you.
What 4 do you want in there? What 4 do you want to be?
What 4 do I want?
To me, the 4 best. Who are the 4 best teams right now?
Okay, then I'm gonna say Georgia, Bama, Michigan, and Oregon if they win. If not, Texas.
Okay,
I think
I'm
Texas is better than Washington.
I'm going to say Georgia, Oregon, Michigan, and I'd probably go Texas. I think Georgia's going to steamroll Bama, personally.
We'll see.
I think they're going to
destroy
destroy
we're going to
Bama.
find out very soon. Tomorrow's Friday, guys.
Uncle Charlie, I agree. I'm with you.
We'll be on tomorrow night, 9:30. But listen, there's some great high school games, some state championship games. We'll cover that, but we'll also see who hits the portal tomorrow. It'll be interesting. Guys, so much. Again, Brian Cochran, thank you for the super. Tanya, thank you for the super.
Oh, Dalpose wants another trivia.
Am I missing anyone, Jay?
No, that was it on the that was the supers. Hey, and Michael's right. Louisville may end that discussion anyway. They may beat Florida State.
I agree. Yeah. Get out to the games are in Edmond, right? This weekend. Carl Albert Dell City is going to be amazing Saturday. You'll see 4 or 5 future Sooners in that game. So yeah, I think Hunter's actually going to be at one of those games or covering one of those games, maybe, possibly. I don't know if he is or not, but I think he's going to be at them. But anyway, thanks again, guys. You viewers, you are the greatest out there. I promise you, super knowledgeable. I told people all the time how knowledgeable Sooner Surge viewers are. So thanks again. Appreciate you. Hope the Cowboys can hold on. They're up 3 minutes left. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.